Jaguar Wright is on a mission, and she's now confirmed that the leaked audio involving Meek Mill and Diddy is actually real.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
This is Mr. Shepherd, aka Brother Williams, and I'm here proving myself to the nation. And I'm here with a half production video. I want to know what y'all think about this, man. What she have to say about the audio. All right, for the sake of global time.
And then eating milk, running the around, talking about expensive pain
now,
in his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jag.
Me.
Wait a minute.
He's a Fruit Loop. He Diddy-fied.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy-fied. He Diddy-fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there.
A clip was reportedly shared by someone claiming to be Diddy's former bodyguard, who says he recorded the audio on his phone. The audio allegedly features two men in intimate acts. After the audio plays, the video shifts to the supposed bodyguard, who claims that all the drinks that night were spiked. He says he pretended to be drunk, but stayed alert while everyone else passed out. According to him, Diddy and Meek Mill went to a room where he overheard intimate sounds and decided to record them, hoping to make some money. Initially, no one believed the audio was real, but now he claims there's evidence.
Nobody's been catching more heat on the internet than Meek Mill. Meek Mill spoke on it. He's like, I hate these people on the internet. They just keep speaking on him.
So it's like, you know, I came off the team. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Meek. I left for a team that Meek was on. Meek left that team, and they leave that team. They come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta understand everything in a relationship is like a relationship with these labels, right? And leaving like a girl with a lot of power. And like you could have gave her that power. You giving that girl some good dick, right? But she has a lot of money and a lot of power.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
And anything that she's gonna if we own the internet, that we're gonna spread all the rumors about you. I'm gonna put 1,000, 3,000 comments making jokes. I'm gonna pay for 3,000 comments whenever you post.
Word,
all about it. And then my is like, it's not even, I tell Meek, it's not even that they doing it, bro. They gonna do it. They try to call me gay. I'm most ever out there. Like, come on, for real, be serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that. I'm not even mad at them doing it. It's be the that believe it. That's what you gotta be. It's like they gonna. I don't want to say that word. They're gonna do female like that. Niggas gonna do female spread rumors regardless.
They're naive.
But the mother not the naive people. That's the ones believing it. I'm talking about the ones that believe in it are the suckers because they just want it to be true because they hate us. You feel me? They hate it. Like there's no way he can't be fucking all those. He gotta be doing something. There's no way Meek could be that rich. There's no way Bobby doing it. There's no way they doing that. But we are doing it. You got all of that.
Jay-Z's involvement could be linked to long-standing claims by Jaguar Wright, who has repeatedly suggested that he's behind Diddy's downfall. If these rumors hold any truth, it wouldn't be surprising that Jay-Z might also target Diddy's close associates. Wright has consistently said that Jay-Z has been working to undermine Diddy for years, so if Meek Mill, a former Roc Nation artist, is being targeted, it could be part of a broader strategy to weaken Diddy and his circle.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you?
The rumors about Meek Mill and Diddy's relationship gained momentum after producer Ronnie Lil Rod Jones filed a sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy earlier this year. Despite all this, Meek is still defending Diddy, which has left many people wondering why. Some believe it's because Diddy has a lot of blackmail on Meek, keeping him loyal. This idea fuels speculation that Meek may feel pressured to protect Diddy due to damaging information Diddy might hold against him.
I think anybody came out defending Diddy. All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They're not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape. And girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z.
It's not just about blackmail. Rumors suggest Diddy is actually selling tapes of these freak-offs on the dark web. Allegedly, these recordings are being used to control high-profile individuals, adding even more weight to why people like Meek might stay quiet.
Not going to jail.
Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial. Why would he sell his tapes on the dark net.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes, and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
A lawyer for Jay-Z revealed that a legal ultimatum was needed to get Piers Morgan to edit an interview where a guest made serious claims about Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The accusations were tied to criminal behavior allegations against Diddy. Jay-Z's lawyer, Jordan CV, called Morgan's broadcast irresponsible and said it crossed the line, justifying the legal action. He added that journalism can't be used to push lies for clicks without consequences. Morgan later apologized on his YouTube show for the comments made by his guest, singer-songwriter Jaguar Wright, who he described as a whistleblower against Diddy.
For me, because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met.
Jaguar Wright, who has a large following on Instagram and TikTok, has used her platform to make claims about the music industry, often targeting Diddy and Jay-Z. In a surprising twist, Nick Cannon shared his own experience attending Diddy's infamous parties, mentioning that he, like Usher, was underage at the time.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even. I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the f did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid.
Listen, we having a good time, yo. Oh, your Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. You know, I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not going to speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that, and they may be doing something. They may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
Where did you hear?
Bro, you know how people be talking, and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, "Yo, I don't F with that dude." And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when people say, "Yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that." You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. And that's just, that's something that you heard. You don't know if it's true, you just heard it. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that shit is crazy. And like I just said, that's just something that I heard. It's something that I didn't know.
Surprisingly, Meek Mill may have avoided the worst of Diddy's actions, which are rumored to be far worse for other celebrities. Tupac Shakur's stepbrother, Mopreme Shakur, has voiced doubts about Diddy's denial of any role in Tupac's murder, as Diddy claimed in a recent interview.
If you someone like a Puff, you would be threatened by him because every time you see Pac, he got a gun, like he got 2 or 3 guns, and he's like blatant. Pac is a dope dude. Don't get me wrong. He's not a bully or nothing like that. He's a funny guy. He's a nice guy, generous guy, peace-loving guy. But he wasn't having it. He just wasn't having it. So I can see why Puff might have felt threatened by Pac. I can see. So if it's true that what everyone is saying, Keefy D, everyone coming on these podcasts, the storyline about Puff paying whoever to do whatever, with Pac, if all that is true, like I said, he needs to be held accountable for it. He needs to be held accountable. It has to be accountability from him for his involvement in getting my cousin killed. I try to keep my personality out of it because, like I said, I'm not in that space anymore where I wish harm on someone else. I just don't feel like that anymore. But I do feel that he has to be held accountable if it's true. And I think there's a lot of truth to what has been said so far. I think the problem with what's going on with the Vegas PD, why they're stuck in that part of the investigation, is because they can't, I think it's money, but also it's because they can't find a corroborator with Keefy D's story. If they can find someone close to Puff that can say, yes, everything Keefy D just said is true, then they have a corroborating witness.
In July, Page Six reported that Tupac's family was considering a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy due to his alleged ties to the shooting. Sources noted that former associates of Diddy were coming forward with information. High-profile attorney Alex Spiro, who represents stars like Beyoncé and Jay-Z, joined the case. This renewed attention follows claims from Dwayne Key D. Davis, charged with Tupac's murder, who told police that Diddy allegedly paid $1 million for Tupac's death. Davis claimed Diddy paid dealer Eric Juan Martin for the hit and could arrange a call with the surviving driver. Former LAPD detective Greg Kading also linked Diddy to the murder in his book, Murder Rap *, suggesting Diddy both admired and felt threatened by Tupac.
I knew that Puff took Tupac blueprint and changed Biggs and Bad Boy in image. I get around, talked about how fly you was, how many girls you mess with, how many cars you drive, how much money you got, what you willing to do. He took his image. Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is having sex with them. Why would you want to have sex with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with? That's that image. Because you got to realize, bruh, Puff and Pac was cool at one time. We know this. Mopreme said that they was going to sign the Bad Boy. So if he was going to sign to Bad Boy, it was because of Corey and them. I put that picture on the internet. I put the picture on my channel of Corey Jones. Is Corey Jones, Corey Jacobs? I think Corey Jacobs and Pac right next to each other. Those are the one who got the 9/16 of life sentences. That Pac was gonna go and be with them first. But then Mopreme said when it became just Big and Puff, because Corey knew went to jail, he changed his direction. But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award winning speech, he used the same speech that Pac used. That shit is crazy. So when I say I'm obsessed with talking about Puff and telling y'all the truth, who's obsessed with who? Pac had Sarah before Puff. Allegedly he had Sally before Puff. And Kim had an obsession or liked Pac so much, she on the red carpet with Tupac shirt on. Who's obsessed with who?
Recently, Cheryl McCollum, a crime scene investigator, suggested on News Nation's Banfield that Diddy might have been involved in Tupac's murder. Former Bad Boy Records rapper Jamal Shin Barrow has publicly criticized Diddy, claiming he was made a scapegoat in the 1999 New York nightclub shooting. Reflecting on that time, Barrow, who was just 18, expressed disappointment that instead of pursuing his dreams,
other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world, I was defending him and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave, I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I spent a birthday with him once. I saw a birthday cake.
I went again to do a charity event for
impoverished youth in London. So let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on, and for the better interest of Belize, because he was in a position at that time to give scholarships and to maybe invest. I would not deny attempting to bring the investment to Belize and to bring the contributions to education to Belize, but don't distort it as if, you know, he and I were bombale. This is someone that destroyed my life.
During the incident, Diddy, then known as Puff Daddy or Puffy, allegedly shot into the ceiling while with his girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. He claimed he fired in self-defense, but ultimately it was Shyne who bore the consequences, receiving a 10-year prison sentence for shooting 2 bystanders. Jaguar Wright, however, believes that Jennifer Lopez committed perjury with her testimony.
When she's finally held accountable for the part she played in the harm that was put on Natanya Rubin's life.
Do you think they'll bring up charges on Jennifer Lopez?
They better. She committed perjury. And the attorney that was representing the defense side of that suborned perjury. Last time I checked, there's no statute of limitation on perjury. We can start there. Let's bring Jenny to the cell block. She's been to every other block.
Sometimes they'll open up a case to bring light on other cases. Do you feel the Shyne, the club night with him and Jennifer Lopez will come back to light?
Oh, absolutely. It has to. It has to. If it was good enough to be content on Law and Order for what? The 12th season, episode 9?
After the Cassie Ventura settlement, Lisa Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. She claims that she and a friend met Diddy and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in 1990 or 1991, after which they went to Hall's apartment. Gardner alleges that Diddy offered her more drinks and coerced her into having sex. Next voice.
Them both fire their guns. I watched them. I got hit right here, in my nose, in between my eyes, which means I'm facing directly at you. Just like I'm looking at you, and I can tell you got on black shades. They kind of look like Cazelles and an Adidas shirt. That's exactly how I was looking at him. And I watched him shoot me. First thing I said when the bullet hit me, and listen, when right before the muzzle flash went off, when I had turned back to look, I heard God's voice say, "Relax, you are about to get hit, calm down." And when I screamed, "No," pop, pop, and it hit me dead in my face. And I never passed out, I never fell, I never cried, I never...
The legend that she had to fight him off several times. You know, and she suspected that the tequila was spiked.
Right.
A lot of lawsuits. You suspect more lawsuits are coming.
Well, see, the thing about it is, what people don't understand is that there's people that have stuff on Diddy from way back that lawyers would not fight it or take it. But now Cassie opened up those doors. I heard that there's a guy that's going way back and say that he put on a Sean John shirt and it tried to molest him. So he's taking his to court. That's some crazy.
I heard that one.
No, I'm just messing with you, Cam. But that's how crazy it is that everybody's gonna be suing him for all the little things. And that's why he probably knew something like that may come. Why would you put everything that you own in your kids and your mother's name and not have nothing in your name?
As more allegations emerged in May, a 7th lawsuit was filed by Lampros, who accused Diddy of abusing her over several years, starting in 1995. She also claims that in 1996, Diddy forced her and his then-girlfriend Kim Porter to take ecstasy and engage in sexual acts against their will.
Kim Porter, we all know about the time that she cut Diddy with a corkscrew. Do you recall any other time that her and Diddy got into it?
Well, I could hear it in the suite, in the hotel suite. And then sometimes when Kim lived on 70th something street, and I would go upstairs with Diddy, you could hear in the hallway. And I would just shake my head when he come out or whatever, and Kim would be in the house. And it's always about where she was at or who she was dealing with. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on nobody. I don't give a who you are or what. I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on her. You understand? That's not gonna be me. You know, first of all, I can't. The position I was in, you understand? Investigator for child abuse, worked for Elite Investigations, New York State parole officer. I'm mandated to do something. You understand? I'm mandated to do something. If she says, yo, his bodyguard was right there, but I'm still moonlighting. I'm moonlighting as his bodyguard. I'm working as his bodyguard, but I still have that other function as a state officer. I'm mandated to do something.
Crazy, man. So you could hear Diddy putting hands on Kim Porter.
Well, see, he always do, like I told you, he be doing that. He'll start off, he'll have something on his mind, and he'll like that play fight with them. You understand? And he'll be hurting them when they to the point where they'll be like, yo, stop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they got the room is locked. You don't hear none of that. And then, you know, Kim would walk out in her white robe, and you could see it in her face. But what are you gonna do?
Right. I always wanted to ask you this, man. Do you know anything about these after parties that Diddy be having?
Which after parties? There's a lot of after parties. There's a lot of after parties for a lot of different reasons. There's after parties if we doing it at the hotel after we do a party, or there's after parties after the after party. You understand?
Right. I guess the one people talk about is the after party.
Well, those will be when him and somebody that he needs something from or wants something from, and he'll get those girls and he'll line them up